will be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchased from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
Early break. Sort of interesting that we could all learn from. He doesn't look at himself just as a running back, he said. I look at myself as a weapon. You should follow suit. I'm not just a radio host. I'm a weapon.
Noted.
We're weapons.
Weapons.
Yes. Weapons of destruction.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska Lottery.
Hey, I heard Trucks and Bucks is back.
Yes, sir. And this year you could win one of 8 new gray trucks. People from around the state just love this game.
They do?
You bet. Just this morning, I got calls from excited players in Burwell, Sutton, Falls City, and Ralston.
Well, you can add Wilbur to the list.
You're from Wilbur?
No, that's my name.
Oh.
If you get a call from Alma, that's my aunt.
That's her name?
No, that's where she lives.
Trucks and Bucks top prize odds are 1 in 336,000.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 93.7 The Ticket. Man, I got to give a big shout out to Matt Warner, Empire Fencing out there in Waverly, Nebraska. You guys continue to showing me love and doing big things, and just know that I appreciate it. It is never taken for granted. I got to talk to y'all tonight because I got a show for y'all tonight that will really, really open some eyes. And basically what I'm trying to say in a nice way is that adversity finds everybody. You guys know I go out and look for guests that can bring us stories that can help us understand that adversity is not the end of things. Adversity is real, though. And I don't think it discriminates either. I think adversity is like an equal opportunity employer. It'll pick anybody. It don't care who you are. It don't care what background you come from. It don't care how much money you got, how much. It doesn't care. Adversity strikes, and how we deal with it is the most important thing. I have a guest tonight, and man, we're gonna cover some stuff. And we was talking briefly before the show, and I was trying to make sure she was okay with, sharing certain things with you guys, and she said she was. So welcome to the show, Ashley.
Thank you, Ricky.
Well, no, Ashley, actually, I just want to, I want to say thank you in advance because, a lot of times when you've been through trials and tribulations, a lot of people, if they're fortunate enough to survive it, they want to keep it to themselves. Mm-hmm. And, it's well documented. I stay up under the bus. I throw Ricky under the bus so much. I'm almost uncomfortable when I'm not under the bus. So for you to be willing to share what you're going to share with us tonight, I just want to say, man, I'm anxious for everybody to hear it. So I'm going to start off with this. Where are you from?
I am from North Dakota.
Grand Forks specifically.
Grand Forks, North Dakota. That's where the University of North Dakota is.
Fighting Sioux.
What? Wow. Now, North Dakota. Let me ask you this. Why was you there?
My dad was in the military and he was a pilot. So when he got out, he became a professor at the University of North Dakota, aviation.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what was it like growing up in North Dakota? I know it was cold because I drove up there one time. I had to speak to the football team once. And I thought my GPS was off because I saw a sign say Canada, like 50-some miles. I'm like, where am I going?
We're right there by Canada. It's an interesting place. It is cornfields. Well, actually, it's not cornfields. It's more potatoes and stuff like that. But it's a lot of farming, and it's one of those places you get out of school for hunting season. Everybody gets out, leaves. If it's deer, whatever it is, they're out, gone.
Wow. So growing up in this town, I mean, did you like it there, or you just? I mean, I know you didn't have a choice in the matter at that time because you were young, but what was like going to school? Was it nice there? I mean, I know the weather is bad, right?
Oh, it's terrible. That's why I have not gone back.
Oh, okay. So you got out there and left.
I left and I never went back. I was like, nope, this is not for me. I did my time. I'm out.
Okay. Well, after high school, or wait a minute, let me back up. During high school, something changed in your life.
It did. I met the captain of the football team and I got pregnant.
Okay.
And got married, and I graduated just after getting married and became a stay-at-home mom taking care of a baby.
Okay. So when you did this, were you still staying in North Dakota, or?
We were for a little bit, and then he tried going to college. It didn't work out, so he decided to get out and go into the military. So I became a military wife and traveled a few different places and just planted roots. And actually in Oklahoma, we got stationed in Oklahoma for a while and then came up to here and retired here and built a house.
Okay.
So we've been kind of a few different places.
Now, you mentioned you had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have more kids. Is that correct?
I have 6.
You have 6 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So now, break this down to me. You had 3, if I remember right, by your husband, your first husband.
My first husband, I had 3.
Okay. And then you guys got divorced.
We did.
And then you met your next husband.
Yep. We moved up to actually Nebraska, built a house, was living the American dream. And then I looked at him and I was like, this isn't the person I want to be with. So I walked out, got divorced, and then tried living on my own with 3 kids and realized this is harder than I thought.
Yeah, right.
And I met somebody that came in on, my knight in shining armor and had more kids. I actually had 5 losses with him.
Wow.
And realized after having a whole bunch of things in life go wrong, which partly was those losses and stuff, he was a narcissist and abusive and tried to kill me. So
really?
I ended up leaving that situation as well.
Wow. Man, I don't know if y'all heard that, but when you heard me say adversity finds you, this is an example of what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So adversity found you, and you was strong enough to remove yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I think the interesting thing about what we were talking about before the show, when you was saying the marriage thing didn't work, and the narcissist. See, I've heard that term used quite a bit. I don't really, I don't really know a lot about it. I've had conversations about it, but I've never experienced it firsthand. And I just think it's something that needs to be talked about.
It does.
Yeah. Are you comfortable talking about that?
I am, because I became the woman I needed back in the day, and I help others identify narcissism so that they can break that barrier and get out, because you are trapped. You don't know what's fake and what's real anymore. You also don't believe, because they get so far into your head, that you're not worth anything. Like, I still can remember, like, he's like, you're not worth anything. Nobody's going to ever love you. You're not pretty. Like, you have 6 kids now. You are worth nothing. And it was so ingrained in me that it was so hard to leave because I believed it. I've been told that for so many years that I did not know any different. The image I saw in the mirror was not who I was. It was who he painted me out to be.
Man, I mean, I'm not trying to pretend that I know anything about this, but just off of that alone, that's just wrong on so many levels. I mean, the fact that how long did you have to endure this?
By the time my divorce was finalized, it was 8 years.
Wow. So this is a slower process, and it takes a while to get to this, or is it immediate?
It took a while. I had to, I guess, make new friends. I actually had to make friends because I didn't have anybody. I didn't have family members anymore. I kind of like disowned everybody because of the abuse that I was going through. It was easier to hide it when I didn't have anybody around me because I had bruising and everything everywhere. So it was easier just to hide by not being around by anybody. So I didn't have friends. I didn't have family support, nothing. So I had to go make friends and start seeing like real relationships
Yeah.
or like just see like and nobody's got a healthy relationship, but like just see what a relationship should look like and
Right.
go through all that to try and start breaking that barrier down and getting my feet underneath me, like get a job, get the kids situation. They were like still pretty young. So we actually made an agreement to live with each other until they started school. But unfortunately, we did not make it to that point.
Mm. What happened?
He tried to kill me in front of my kids.
Oh man, come on. Oh man. And your kids had to watch this?
Mhm.
Wow. I told y'all adversity is everywhere, you know, and I'm just really shocked that people are having to go through stuff like this because when you have never been through it, there's no way you can really understand it, you know?
People sit there and say, if I was in that, I would do this. But when you are like in this trauma bond with somebody, there is no reality. It is this fake reality that they painted for you. And you don't know who you are anymore. It's what they tell you to be. And like it's hard. And they sit there, like a lot of people say there's so many resources available to get out. The options I was given was to move into a shelter with 6 kids. They're like, get out of the house. You can go live in a shelter, everything. We had a house, we had everything, but they were going to take it away from me and put a mom with 6 kids in a shelter compared to trying to keep me in the house. It was so backwards. And like the resources that they said that they had were not there. I remember getting a check. They're like, oh, if you fill out this form, the sheriff gave it to me. He's like, if you fill out this form, they're going to give you some money. $10.87 was all I got. I still have that check. I never cashed it because I was just like, what is this supposed to do for me?
$10.87.
Mm-hmm.
What for what? I mean, to live off of?
To help. To help me get my feet under me, I guess. I have no idea. This was like the resources that everybody said that was available. Is like, there's nothing.
Wow.
There's nothing.
Wow. I mean, just the fact that they would even send a check for that amount is.
It was a slap in the face.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Now, is this the first husband or the second?
That was the second.
The second one. Now, the second one's the one who tried to kill you. Is that correct? Okay. How did that all play out for you? I mean, did you end up in court or?
Yep. I did have periods of time where I thought about backing down because it seemed a lot easier to do because I was starting to be, as the victim, having to prove my innocence. I learned very quickly it was not the justice system, it was the legal system. So it's all about who has the most money and the most power. And here I was, a single mom with 6 kids with no job and them telling me to get out of the house and file for bankruptcy and everything else. And I'm like, no. So I had to go through all the hoops and endure all the accusations and everything else and them trying to turn it on me and, have to prove my innocence. I lost friends. I lost family over it. And, just go through all that. You question everything. You question whether it's even worth living anymore because you're just like, you're so much under trial and everybody's looking at you thinking you did it. What did you do to cause him to do that to you?
Wow. So, and this is a tough question, but I got to ask it. When you went through the legal system to try to get all of this, I mean, because you were, in my opinion, I mean, I'm on the outside looking in. Please keep that in mind. You were the one that was physically abused,
Mm-hmm.
but when you got in the courtroom, they made you said earlier they made you feel like you were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, something's off here. So he had no consequences for his actions. Is that what you're saying?
He was arrested twice. Once right away, spent a night in jail, and then once for violation for reaching out and contacting me because we had a protection order in play. And that was it. 2 days in jail. And then at the end of everything, even after the kids, had their testimonies in of what they saw, 4-year-olds, and they gave him a deferment and everything is off of his record. He's living out there like nothing ever happened.
I hope y'all paying attention to this because, see, a lot of times when people tell stories like this, it's always the people that think they know. Well, you should have did this. You should have did that. Or no, you done something wrong. No, sometimes life just ain't right and it ain't fair. For people in Nebraska, when they ask me about fairness, I tell them the fair comes to Grand Island once a year, and they take advantage of you there. And I'm not making light of your situation, but that's my definition of fair. I don't see life like everyone else, but again, I'm trying to sit here and make myself understand how you can go through all of this in front of your kids, and this dude get 2 days in jail, and now it's off. He don't even have a record.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I put it like this, I'm glad that you were able to survive this. I just don't understand how the legal system would allow it. That's the part that's got me confused right now. So I can only imagine what you were thinking at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a situation where, I mean, what state was you in when this happened?
That was Iowa.
You was in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. And Iowa, is that where you stay now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I mean, I don't know how to say this in a nice way, so I'm just going to say it like this. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. What happened to you was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And if no one else admits it to you, I'm going to admit it to you. Even though I had nothing to do with it, and I don't even know why it happened, I'm going to apologize for him because apparently you got the short end of the stick on this deal. That's what it looks like to me. But one thing I can honestly say about you, I'm so proud of the fact that even with all of that, you didn't give up.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you didn't give up. What did you do once you got clear of the second marriage?
I became determined because I have 5 boys and 1 girl. To prove to my daughter that you can start over, you can leave a bad situation. And I wanted to prove to my sons I could build from absolutely nothing. I wanted to show them at any point in life, you can start over from scratch and make it work. And that, like, the relationships I had were an example of what they should not have and not look at that as like a model. So I have been on a mission to show them what I could do and make sure that they're set up for like success in every way and knowing that there are failures in life and it's okay. You can come back from it.
Well, I can honestly say, now, before I say this, let me ask you this. How long ago was the divorce final?
6 years.
6 years. So in the 6 years after the divorce, you have put together a life.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like for you to walk us through that part, if you don't mind.
That was interesting. Like I said, I started from scratch. I had a mission to buy a house and on my own and, get a new vehicle and do all those things that on my own. This would be my first time doing it because I've always been married
Yeah.
and always had somebody pick it out for me or, like a second income. This was my first time on my own. And so I did that. It took me 2 years to buy my house, and I've been in it 2 years now. But I did. I bought my own house. Nobody signed on it. It's all me. I pay all my mortgages, like every bit of it. It's all on me. Bought a new car, which I drive a brand new BMW. So
Shoot, that's a step up.
so I've done well for myself. And I continuously do different hustles to keep going and showing them that like with everything, my health, I work out all the time. Like I do many different jobs. I want them to see that you can come back and be happy, healthy, and you're in control of it.
Hmm.
So it's all for them. I lead by example.
I want you to share what type of jobs that you're currently or what you have been doing.
Currently I am the head dance coach at a college, and I also am a head teacher at a studio in Nebraska City, and I am a photographer. I do marketing and media for a couple different businesses. One of them is Hearth Cigars and Pipes because I'm a big cigar smoker.
Okay.
I do modeling for that too. So, yeah, pretty much anything. I also am a chaplain and a bereavement doula because when I had my losses, I also knew that there was a gap there, that there needed to be more people to serve during loss. So I started doing that, and I serve families as they're losing their, pregnancy or infant.
Did y'all hear what this lady just said? You know what all she's been through. I mean, I'm just the type of person where I like to acknowledge and give credit where credit's due. I mean, I counted at least 5 to 6 great reasons to give up. But what I just found out is you suffer from one of these diseases I suffer from. Your quit button broke.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to quit.
Not at all.
Wow. That's impressive. See, here all this time, I thought I was the only one that had a quit button that was broke. So I'm just going to say I'm proud of you because I've seen people give up for far less.
Mm-hmm. I have too.
I guess I'm going to ask this question because I'm just curious. Where did your drive to put yourself back together, where'd they come from?
I don't know. It actually kind of unlocked when I lost my dad because he was that person. I watched him, and in certain ways, he struggled more than I did. And he never walked away from situations. And I said, I will not be that person. I will walk away if I have to. And I did.
Yeah.
But I watched him do so much and be this powerhouse that is all the good qualities in me, but everything that I saw that I didn't like about him, I made sure I didn't do. So I used him as my role model, 100%.
Well, I will say this. I mean, I cannot even begin to pretend that I know exactly how you feel because I don't. But I do know one thing. I see a lot of courage that had to be used in order to get to where you're at. Because after that, I'm just thinking about the court thing. This guy done all this stuff, and then he gets 2 days in jail and a clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to start from scratch. And as the saying goes, you have to just basically get it out of the mud. You have to start from literally nothing with kids. And everybody's watching you because everybody's dependent on you. And you still figure out a way to make it happen. I don't know what else to say to that other than congratulations. So you should be very proud of yourself. I do want you to cover something else, but we're going to take a break first because I want you to go into detail on this. So we're going to take a quick break. It's 93.7 The Ticket. It's to Get You Happy on Hour. We'll be right back.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through April 1st is $1 off all pasta, $2 off spaghetti sauce, and special discounts on hamburgers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney and Lincoln, or also at 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all. Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy? Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love. Early break.
Sort of interesting that we could all learn from. He doesn't look at himself just as a running back, he said. I look at myself as a weapon. You should follow suit. I'm not just a radio host, I'm a weapon.
Noted.
We're weapons.
Weapons.
Yes. Weapons of destruction.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, we're back. Anybody over there comment on those bots?
Yeah, we got a few comments over here. I'll read them off. Kim Kelly says, thank you for having the courage to share your story, Ashley. I too have lived this life for many years. We made it. You're a strong woman and worthy of love and respect. Viola Cooper says, hello, Miss Ashley. I'm thankful you were able to get out of this abusive situation. And Odious Lee says, great show, little bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, I know we're going to reach some people tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for sharing your comments. I appreciate that because we just want to get the word out, man. I mean, there's a lot of people going through a lot of things, and everybody want to keep it a secret until after the fact, and then you want to talk about it. You know, it's well documented that I'm always talking about accountability. Accountability is so big in my life. I just think without accountability, everything else is kind of irrelevant. It's kind of like not having health. You got everything in the world, but you don't got your health. So accountability has always been at the forefront of everything that I do. And I just had a question. What does accountability mean to Ashley?
Ooh, that's a big one. So after everything, we can talk about materialistic stuff, but my biggest thing, my hurdles was healing. And part of my healing journey so that I don't repeat the same mistakes, because I love mistakes. I like to check it and be like, God, is this another one I need to do? Yep. No, I need to learn. Was taking accountability for picking wrong. I picked those wrong people and I found out too late that they were wrong and I stayed longer than I should have. But if I would have taken accountability earlier, I would have left way earlier. And at the end of the day, a lot of people love to sit there and be like, oh, that person did this to me and that person did this to me. But also you are putting them in your life. You are allowing that to happen in your life if you stay. And that was something I had to be accountable for, was not leaving the second I should have. Because I thought I could change them.
Well, let me ask you this. How long did it take you to realize that accountability was very important in your life? I mean, when did you finally figure that part out?
Once I broke that trauma bond.
What do you mean? Explain.
Like it wasn't because I didn't have a mind of my own for the longest time. And so like actually learning that it was in a way not necessarily my fault, but at the same time I chose it. It took a while. It wasn't just like a switch. It was kind of one of those things I also kind of grew up with it. It was something I actually saw in my own household. When I said I was very much like my dad was my role model, my mom was that same person as what my exes were.
Oh,
she's a narcissist. She was a horrible person to my dad. So I was raised in the same atmosphere and it was normal to me. And so I, as a mom, had to break that and make sure that my children do not have to live through that and think that's normal and then repeat that same behavior, because this is what I grew up learning. So I had to break that, family trauma that we were going through.
Okay, I got to ask this question. I know this is kind of repetitive, but just say I'm curious. I've never dealt with a narcissist, so I don't really. Okay, let me back up and say it this way. The way that I imagine a narcissist, the way I would deal with them would take my freedom away. I mean, and I am really working hard to put my life, in a position to where I'm free forever. But it sounds like to me, a narcissist, whether they know what they're doing or not, I just don't. I mean, I'm proud of you and anyone else that has dealt with this, but I don't know if I could handle a narcissist the way you guys have. I mean, it takes a strong person just to walk away, because see, I'm the type of person where I'm a really nice guy, but I'm not that nice. And I'm a good guy, but if a narcissist approach me, I'm gonna deal with it in the wrong way. And I'm not proud of that, but I'm honest enough to admit it. You dealing with it the proper way. But I don't know how well I would deal with a narcissist. The minute I detect he's a narcissist or she's a narcissist, we got a problem. And it's not going to turn out well. So how did you manage to do it without letting your emotions get the best of you?
Because I'm an empath, so I thought I could save them and fix them. And that was my biggest
Say
downfall.
that again.
I'm an empath, so I thought I could fix them and just kind of love them till they love themselves. Because it's lack of love for them within themselves that causes them to be that way. And then they project onto you and just kind of claw you in where you're just stuck. Like you're trapped.
Wow. I mean, I got to take your word for it. I just hope I never have to deal with one.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah. No, I don't either, because I'm kind of fond of this thing called freedom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like being free. I've spent over 10 years behind bars, so I've gotten really, the last 15 plus years, I've gotten really comfortable being free. So I hope that our paths never cross.
Yeah.
Because that's a tough deal. What was another question I had for you? I'm trying to think. I got so caught up in that last one, I almost lost my train of thought. But you took accountability to a new level and put your life back together. Is that basically what I'm hearing from you?
Mm-hmm.
And to this very day, I know what I wanted to ask you. Like I was telling you how I drink coffee every morning out of a prison mug
Mm-hmm.
as a way to remind myself to stay humble and to remember where I got it from and not do the things or make the choices that would lead me back to prison. You've got something similar that
Mm-hmm.
you do. And would you mind sharing that with us?
Where's the camera at? Okay, so I have a ring on,
Yep.
and those are my two wedding bands put together into one band. I call it my beautiful disaster because this is how I became the woman I am. And it's on this finger because for somebody to like ever be with me, they have to earn that spot and actually prove to me that they're worthy of that spot because I've been through it. I can detect things very quickly. Like you were saying, I now can detect people and I read people more, but you have to earn that. Like I don't go off of other people's words. So now I really do deep down go into who somebody is and read their body language, listen to what they're really saying before I let them in my life. I have a very small circle of friends and they are very, very, very close with me. Those are my people, but I keep it small.
Right.
For a reason. So like this is my daily reminder when I wake up. I'm just like, I've been through it and I'm not doing it again.
Right. Right.
So this is like my constant reminder. I made it out. I've been through it. We're not going back there. It's always going to be steps forward, obviously with healing and your journey, it's never just perfect, 5 steps forward. There's going to be steps back and stuff. That's okay. I can come back from nothing again if I needed to, but like at the same time, I'm not afraid to keep going and pushing forward.
Well, I'll be real honest with you. That's a very unique reminder that you got on your finger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't forget it.
Mm-mm.
And you did that on purpose.
Uh-huh.
A lot like I put that prison mug in my life every morning on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. I don't care what it is that makes you be who you need to be. Just figure out what it is and do a whole lot more of it. And that's what I see. And that's what I'm hearing from you. I know y'all don't believe this, but I just met this lady tonight for the first time. I just met her. I mean, I reached out to her and asked her to be on the show, and she agreed to. And she came in a little early, and we sit and talked. So I got a chance to kind of know her. But I didn't know a lot of these things that she's sharing, and I'm just impressed because there's so many people out there suffering in silence.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, let's be honest. How you actually found me was because of my social media.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very, very open because I know what it's like to feel like you're alone. And through every bit of that journey, I felt completely alone. And my friends' family turned against me. So I had nobody. So I vowed to be the woman I needed back in that day. So I speak on it so that others know you can get out, it can be done, and know they aren't alone. Because it's scary. It's like $10.87. Scary.
$10.87, and you got kids.
6 kids. Yep.
Wow. I mean, that's a form of disrespect in my mind. That's very disrespectful. $10. I ain't gonna never forget that story. Wow. I hope everybody is understanding that. I think the words I want to use is from another friend of mine is Maggie Thorne. You can never give up.
Mm-mm.
You can never give up because it's not about getting knocked down. It's about you only lose when you don't get back up. And I've always had this mindset of I either win or I learn. I don't never lose. I win or I learn. And when people show me who they are, I believe them the first time. I understand that everybody's different. That's why they call us individuals. I get that. But some of the things that you've had to endure and the people that are out there suffering in silence and enduring, man, take a chance and just get out. That's all I can say. And that's what it sounds like you had to do, and you did it. And it worked out for you.
Yep, because I truly believe I deserve love. I want to be loved. I want to love somebody else. And I want my kids to know that they deserve love and they should get love. And I have to lead by example.
Right.
100%. But I deserve it.
Yeah.
I did not, like, I will fully say I did not deserve any of that stuff that I went through. And I'm leaving that in my past. But I learned from it and I'm speaking about it so others know that they can leave, even for far less. Don't settle. Just, you can go back and start over. That's plain and simple.
I think there's a saying that I use is you can do bad all by yourself.
Mhm.
You don't need nobody to help you do bad. And I think that makes sense because when you went out on your own with nothing, starting all over, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was pretty scary initially because it wasn't just you that you had to provide for. So that's the part that I think may trap a lot of other people because they're thinking, well, if I leave, then the kids or, or whoever else you care about may suffer. But Ashley said, bump that. I'm out of here. I'm going to do something different. I really respect that because, like I said, I've never dealt with a situation like that, but man, just listening to it, it sounds difficult, but I can only imagine actually living it. So I mean, you basically dusted yourself off and started over and put a life together.
Mhm.
Man, that's impressive. Now, you said something about a chaplain.
Mhm.
How'd that come about?
That goes back to my dad. So when he was dying, he did not want anybody in the hospital room, which that made it really difficult for me and my family to kind of accept the death because there's different stages and stuff that they go through. And so I decided to become a chaplain and not go on the religious side of it so that when people were leaving this earth, they had somebody there, regardless of their religious beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody there to walk them through what's happening and the family to support them. So I became a chaplain and have helped a lot of families because
How
of
long
it.
you been a chaplain?
Since 2017.
Wow.
When my dad passed. I
Wow.
literally did it in his name.
Wow. And you've done a lot.
Mhm.
You've done a lot of things that took a lot of courage because I mean, I don't know. I think I'm still stuck on your story earlier, to be honest with you. I'm still a little in shock because I've heard similar stories and I don't understand it. I mean, I know, and this is just my opinion, I could be way wrong, and please feel free to correct me because I do not know it all, but I can only imagine that you did not grow up saying, I'm going to go find me somebody like that.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think that's what you did.
No, but I painted a really good picture for my friends and family thinking that I did have that. I was a very great actress. So from the outside looking in, I had the brand new house, the brand new vehicles. We had just built a house. We had this, we had that, we had everything. It looked picture perfect. My social media looked like this perfectly happy family. But underneath the clothes, there was bruises, there was things going on. And there, if you would have taken like pictures off the wall, there's holes in the wall where he punched holes into the wall, just broken door frames from where he kicked in doors and just everything else. The things that we didn't show and we hid because we're great at hiding and thinking that everybody's judging us. When reality is we're living within this cell basically and dying.
If there's anybody out there that's hearing this and they can relate to it, take her advice. I don't have the ability to give advice on something I've never personally experienced. So I'm so thankful that you're willing to share what you're sharing, because I really believe there's probably more people out there.
Oh, a lot.
You think there is?
Oh, I know. I talk to them all the time. People
Really?
really confide in me, and that's partly the chaplaincy and stuff like that. That goes into that too, not just end of life, but like I have people that come to me, and I've done support groups for women and even men. It's not just, women that go through it, men go through abuse and stuff like that. So I reach out, like I let anybody, reach out to me and talk to me and get a plan and figure out what they're going to do, because it's scary.
I have a question. If someone wants to reach out to you, how is the best way to reach out to Ashley?
I'd say my social media, just because it's super open.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing to hide.
Right.
So you can always reach out that way. It's the easiest way to get my attention.
And what is your social media?
It's just Ashley Robertson on Facebook.
Ashley Robertson. Okay. Y'all hear that? You reach out to her if you need help, because, we all going through something. Everybody's got something going on in their life that they're not okay with. If what you've heard tonight is something that you're dealing with, there's another resource named Ashley Robertson. I would highly recommend that you guys reach out to her. I wasn't dealing with that, but I reached out anyway because I had just liked what I was seeing. I just thought she was a positive role model for people that have been through some stuff. I didn't know she'd been through all that though. But I'm very, very glad and I'm honored that you was willing to respond to my message and to also come be on the show, because this is powerful. Very powerful, man. I keep saying it. I'm proud of you because, man, I don't know if I'd have my freedom if I had to deal with what you dealt with, and I love my freedom, but
I didn't have freedom though.
I know, but I'm talking about a whole different freedom.
Yeah, I know. I got that.
I'm talking about a whole different type of freedom. I'm talking about I'm going to be in a place where I don't got freedom to walk out a door without somebody opening it. And I don't want to go back there. I been there and done that. So I just think that everybody, if you're listening, please keep this in mind. There are ways to deal with this, and there are people out there like Ashley that is willing to help. And the fact that she's willing to come on, on the show and be vulnerable and share her experiences, I think that's real important. We're going to take one more break, though, and we're going to come back and wrap the show up with Ashley. Don't y'all go nowhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket. It's to get you happy on out.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Fleet Feet Lincoln is excited for the upcoming spring season and the warmer temps, and they want you to get outside and be active. Fleet Feet's Fit ID process takes a free 3D image of your feet to help runners and walkers alike find comfortable tennis shoes and inserts that ease pain associated with plantar fasciitis, bunions, and more. Get back on your feet this spring with a trip to Fleet Feet, open 7 days a week at 77th and Pioneers.
Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
I used to smoke. I thought of cigarettes as my best friend.
They were always there for me when I needed a break.
I also thought cigarettes were my best friend, and then they gave me peripheral artery disease.
I smoked and had a stroke. Actually, multiple strokes.
I smoked and have heart disease.
Here's my tip. If cigarettes are your friend, you need a better friend.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Man, look at here. Buck! Anybody else comment?
Yeah, we got a few more comments. Sarah says, so proud of you, Ashley. You know I love you, girl. And Ann also says, heart, Ashley.
That's what's up. I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out the show. Hey, I was just noticing you took your jacket off. You got a sleeve over there, man. What's up with that sleeve? You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so there's 6 red roses. Those are for my 6 kids. And then I have 5 buds that are black and gray because I lost 5 babies.
Oh, okay.
So this is my story. This is my family garden right here.
Gotcha, man. I'll tell you, you got an amazing story, young lady. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, all the stuff you done shared with us, some of it was just, man, that I'm still stuck on that other part. But man, the narcissist stuff, you endured, man. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get past it. When you finally walked away from everything and you shared all of this, and now you're doing a million things, you got a million jobs. Mm-hmm. When do you have time to rest? Is I guess the question I have to ask. Do you ever have time to rest?
Gosh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious because you seem like you're doing a lot. Well, I'm gonna ask my final question, and we'll wrap the show up. When you get free time, how does Ashley Robinson get her happy on?
I am a big cigar smoker.
What? You smoking them cigars?
Yes, that's the most chill thing ever.
Okay, well, Ashley, thank you again for coming in the studio and being on the show tonight. I want to wrap the show up the same way I do every week. Every day you blessed to say it's just another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Go! We'll see y'all next Sunday.
I used to smoke. I thought of cigarettes as my best friend.
They were always there for me when I needed a break.
I also thought cigarettes were my best friend, and then they gave me peripheral artery disease.
I smoked and had a stroke. Actually, multiple strokes.
I smoked and have heart disease.
Here's my tip. If cigarettes are your friend, you need a better friend.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchase from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals